Welcome, families. Thank you for joining me today for Storytime. Today, I'm going to be reading I Love You, the Purplest. And this was one of Joshua's loved books that we had when he was growing up. And you can see there's a mom, and it looks like two boys. And what are they doing in this picture? What is he holding? If you said fishing, you were right. Now, what two colors make purple? If you can tell me, I'd love to know. Let your parents know that you have the answer, and you can give it to me after the story time. I am going to light a candle and put on some special incense. This is lavender. I need the lavender today. And what I would like to do with you today is some breathing exercises to help us to calm and center our bodies. So if you have something nice smelling that you can put on your hands, I would suggest that you do so. If not, it's okay. Everybody, take a deep breath in, close your eyes. Exhale. Now we're going to inhale again for 5 seconds. We're going to count, but you're going to count in your mind and I'm going to count out loud. Ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. Open your mouth and let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do it 2 more times. Ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now on this one, we're going to be an animal of your choice, just like we do in circle. So inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale it out. Meow. What kind of animal was I? You're right, I was a kitty. I bet some of you were dinosaurs because that's pretty popular with our friends at school. And what other kind of animal sounds could we have made? That's a lot. There's so many that you can say. Ducks, piggies, bunnies, but do bunnies talk? No, they kind of wiggle their noses like this. Well, let me go ahead and start our candle so we can enjoy. Oh, it's the last match. We've been doing a lot of reading. And I have a new candle in here. The other one was all burned out. I'm going to just place this right here. And now it's time to read our story. I Love You, the Purplest by Barbara M. Jossee, illustrated by Mary White. And it's lovely. I like watercolors. You can see that the artist was making a pond, probably, with lily pads. And here you can see the boys exploring outside. Have you been exploring and having adventures outside with your mom and dad or your loved ones? Early in the evening, the brothers and their mama finished supper in the sturdy red cabin and set out to fish. So there they are in a sturdy red cabin, and there's some red boots and some blue boots. And here's the rest of the house. That's their porch. And they have a little orange kitten, just like me. The lake slowed its thrashing to a soft, even beat. The mosquitoes dipped low to the water, and the water bugs skittered on top. The moon glowed on one side of the lake while the sun shimmered on the other. This was the time when fishing was best. Max exploded from the cabin, twirling the shovel in front of him. Mama came next to, and then Julian, and Julian shut the cabin door tightly to keep it safe from burglars and bears. So you can see here is the cabin, and you may recognize some of these plants. Do you remember what they're called? Let me put it closer, you can see. If you go exploring along our waterfront here in town, you may see these plants growing in the marshland, in the marshy areas. They're called cattails, and they're really very fluffy on the inside. All of these are seeds for new plants to grow, and when you break them open, the seeds fly into the air. Joshua loves playing with those, so do I. Julian scooped the dirt to find the fattest worms. Max jumped on the shovel and flung dirt in the air until a tangle of worms filled his can. Mama, who has the most worms? He asked. Here they are, digging for worms. Looks like they're doing a lot of work gathering the worms from the dirt. Have you ever gathered worms from the dirt? I know we found some at school. Sage, you're really good at finding all of our little creepy crawly buzzy wuzzy things in our garden, and so is a lot of our friends. Mama smiled. Max, your can is full of the liveliest worms, and Julian, your can has the juiciest. Here's Max's and Julian's worms. Max, Julian, and Mama stepped into the small wooden boat. Julian took one oar and Max took the other. Julian planted his blue boots wide and took deep, even strokes. Max braced his red boots against the ribs of the boat and stroked quickly through the water. The brothers' faces were hot and they gulped at the air. Julian gasped, Mama, who's the best rower? Mama's eyes grew soft. Why, Julian, you took the deepest stroke, and Max, your strokes were fastest. The three fished until stars sprinkled the sky and water turned dark at night. And then in the end, Mama caught one fish, Julian caught one fish, and Max caught three. So the darkness of the water was matching the darkness of the sky. And it seems like the gardeners are outside. I'm sorry for the sound. I'm the best fisherman, cried Max, hoisting the fish in the air. Julian pushed his hat brim low on his face. 3 fish! What a bountiful fisherman you are, said Mama. And Julian, you're the cleverest. Your fish hid in the weeds, but you waited. And when your bobber jerked in the water, you kept your pole high and you reeled in a fine, fat fish. There they are. Their mommy's doing a good job making sure they both feel very loved. When the fishing and the baths and the stories were done, Mama tucked the brothers into bed. Julian slept in the top bunk and she reached up to kiss him goodnight. Mama, whispered Julian, his hands forming a tunnel around her ear. Who do you love the best? Mama thought for a minute, and then she whispered, Why, Julian, I love you the bluest. I love you the color of a dragonfly at the tip of its wing. I love you the color of a cave in the deepest hidden part where grizzly bears and bats curled up until night. The mist of a mountain, the splash of a waterfall, the hush of a whisper. The breath in Julian's chest grew and grew and grew until he couldn't hold it any longer, and then it came out in a long, velvety sigh. Mama crouched low to the bunk where Max slept. Max wriggled his fingers for Mama to come close. He whispered, Mama, who do you love best? Why, Max, I love you the reddest. I love you the color of the sky before it blazes into night. I love you the color of a leopard's eye when it prowls through the jungle, and the color of a campfire at the edge of the flame. A wide open hug, the swirl of magic cape, the thunder of a shout. The smile on Max's face grew and grew until his cheeks couldn't hold it in. Then he came out in a big, thundery laugh. That was not a thundery laugh, but you can imagine a thundery laugh. Later in the evening, the brothers and their mama slept, one in the top bunk, glowing like the evening moon on the bottom bunk. And one in the bottom bunk, shimmering like the evening sun, and Mama in the big bed, dreaming of the boys she loved the best. Now, what color is the sky? Bum, bum. So one boy loved blue, and one boy loved red. And their mother was telling them she loved one boy the bluest and one boy the reddest. And when those two colors came together, what color did they make? What's the name of the book? Purple. So red and blue combined together make purple. So she loved them both so much that it created purple. And this was something that Joshua and I, even before we read this book, this is the reason why I purchased this book. Joshua's favorite color was blue and mine had been red. And I told him the day he was born that I loved him the most and the bestest and the mostest. And later on, when he was able to tell me his favorite color and I told him mine, he said, together, Mommy, we make purple. And then purple became the two of ours favorite color until this very day. And so Joshua and I created that blue and red purple love for each other. And I hope that you and your siblings and your parents and your loved ones together can combine your two favorite colors and create that same love for each other. I hope you have a beautiful, phenomenal, wonderful day. It looks like it's going to be beautiful outside. Plant your gardens, eat yummy food, take lots of nice, healthy, deep breaths, stay calm, meditate, do some yoga, garden, and have fun. Have a beautiful